stand here as part of a team to be adding value to the cause, the purpose of the governance. I salute you, sir. If it's in you, in. It's got to get out. Was in you, that's out. And I thank you, Brother Frank, decision makers, leadership, for the opportunity of having part of our team and myself over here today. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Stop making eyes at me. What a challenging theme. And yet it's a great one, eh? Discovering the treasure of leadership. Discovering the treasures of leadership. Discovering the treasures of leadership says, it's not here. It's not here. We need to discover something that's not here. Something's missing. It is not here. But now then, what is this treasure? What is a treasure? Dictionary defines a treasure to be a quantity, a collection of gems. Did you get that? A quantity or a collection of gems, which once it has been discovered, you hold dearly onto them because you understand its value. You hold on to it, Baba. You hold on to it because it's precious to you. It's a treasure. It's a treasure. I hold on to it. So, the fact that we are here today because of the governance is they have discovered that the gems are missing. When it comes to leadership, the gems are missing. That which is valuable is weg. It's gone. Again. Yeah. And we're standing here because people have decided that they have to be discovered. I'm reminded of the story of these kids playing at the beach. Sorry, no beach in the cultural village. But they were playing at the beach and these picnics there, they're going on and they say to each other, let's go and dig in the sand for treasures. And the three of them are digging and digging and digging and digging. And the elder brother comes and he says, hey, come, you've got to come and have lunch. We're going to have lunch. No, we're digging for treasures. How long still? Come, we're going to have lunch. How long still? We don't know. We don't know. We've got to dig deep. And the other brother said, hey, I'm hungry. How long am I still deep, man? We need to dig all the way to China. They said they need to dig all the way to China. So they knew that that which is valuable needs to be dug out. You got to go deep, man. My sister, you've got it. You've got to go deep. Now, I talk about my family all the time. Then I've got daughters and I've got sons. So my eldest daughter is like 27 years old. So there comes a time where they want to dress. And they want to dress sociably correct. Not necessarily morally correct, but to be accepted as such. And I would say Toodles because I used to call her Toodles today. She said, Daddy, I'm no longer a Toodles, I'm Candace. I said, okay, Candace, I won't call you Toodles today. Is that okay, Toodles? I used to say, you know what, babe? Everything that is valuable needs to be discovered. Check a pearl. Where do you find pearl? The depth of the sea. Inside the shell. Check out gold. Where do you find gold? Deep under. They're going to go digging diamonds, hidden in the heart of the coal. Deep, deep, deep. So when you dress, my angel, make sure that that which is valuable and precious needs to be discovered. Don't put them out there. Come on now. Huh? If he wants to get that which is valuable to you, let him dig, man. I said let him dig. Let him dig. And guess what? Most of them don't come prepared and equipped to dig. Because they believe it's for the taking, boss.
Hey.
Everything's not for Mahala.
Come
So
on
I salute the leadership on deciding, discovering the treasures of leadership. So what is this leadership treasure look like? What does it look like? I mean, Doc, you know you can't go, hey, I'm going to buy a Levi jeans, and you're looking in the sweet shop. Yeah? You're in the sweet shop, bro. That means you've got no idea, yes, when it comes to what a jeans and Levi looks like. Yeah? You're looking for a Ferrari or Porsche, huh? But you're standing here by Chris Willem's cycle shop. Come on now. Huh? So in order for us to find this treasure that's hidden, we need to know what it looks like. What does leadership look like? Yeah? By the way, I love the fact that we are in a lecture theatre. Because I believe that leaders learn. I love the fact that we're sitting in a place of education. Leaders learn. The day we stop learning is the day that we stop leading. Yes or yes? Yes. Yeah, man, I give you no other option than yes. Huh? So what does this treasure look like? What does this treasure look like? Do you know what, my good friend, the doc will tell you there are about 600, if not 6,000 different definitions of leadership. People trying to understand this thing called leadership. They look all over. They can tell you what a bad leader looks like. Yeah? They can give you an example of a good leader, but what is leadership? We're going to look for this. We're busy discovering this thing, and we've got to find you wherever you are. Come out, wherever you are. We're going to find your ass. Did I just say that? Yes, I did. So we need to understand what you're looking for. But let me start by saying, before we can find it, we also need to know what it's not. We need to understand that a Levi is not a sweet. So when we come across something that looks like, don't be fooled, it might not be it. Smells like a duck, walk like a duck, whack like a duck. It's a duck. Huh? Talk like a leader. Behave like a leader. Conducts himself like a leader. It's a leader. Saying he's a leader. A leader? Yes or yes? No. No. Anybody, you know Margaret Thatcher, she's beautiful. The late Margaret Thatcher had no sense of time, so she's late. She goes and she says, power and authority is like a lady who has to say that she's a lady. So if a lady has to say that she's a lady, she's no lady.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, did you get that?
Yeah.
Did you know? Oh, you're answering. Oh, you know you're gentlemen. Okay, so this is it. What is it? What does it not look like? And you touched it on, my brother. You touched on it. Leadership, for number one, is not management. Come on now. It's not management according to Kevin Noah. The idea that leading and managing are the same thing is a myth, man. It's a myth. Management is simple. Management is ensuring that policies, directions, and what systems and procedures are followed. Yes or yes? That's it. That's what leadership. Tell you what leadership is after the break. Furthermore, number 2. Leadership, this treasure, is not entrepreneurship. Yeah, I said it. Did you hear me? It's not entrepreneurship. An entrepreneur sees an opportunity and he goes after them. That's what leadership. That's using your skill as an entrepreneur to provide and supply a need. Yes or yes?
Yes.
That's all it is. And you will find often entrepreneurs, they need people with people's skills in order to get the thing going. So they employ them, they partner with them because they're too busy. Hey, I have a dream. That's all they're busy. They're here. Leave me, I'm busy. Busy. I want to make money. Leave me. I'm coming up. I'm innovative. I saw the gap and I'm in it. And often entrepreneurs pursue money and opportunity at the expense of people. So we know it's not management. We know that it's not entrepreneurship. Now the one thing that I also come to know that it is not, and I want to say it quickly before you start with, it's not knowledge. It's not knowledge. Do you know how difficult it is for lecturers or academics or the so-called intelligent people to take what they know and get people to do what they know? Did you know, I'm going to say it again, how difficult it is for intellectuals, for academics, for people who know stuff. Me, I know stuff, but other people to take what they know and to get people to do. That's why when you come to institutions like this, they tell you, I'll come in your good morning class, here it is, your notes and everything, the responsibility is yours. Use it, don't use it. That's what they tell you. They don't care. What you do with the knowledge that they impart. They don't. You know why it's easy for them to say the responsibility is yours? Because most of them do not have the ability to get you to do it voluntarily. Intellectuals, academics, and I say it with the greatest of respect. That's what they do. They research. They write papers. And how many of us know that you would sit in a lecture of a highly educated professor and above, and they will bore you to death. But the material they have is so valuable that you need it. But their presentation, the way that they give it is just, shut up. Are we there yet? Let me take the notes and then go and work on myself. But there would be someone who presents a subject that you don't even like, but you say, that's what I want to be in that one's class was. I don't want to miss that lecture because he or she is like, sharp. Next. So there's something missing. There's something missing. There's a gap between knowing what I know and getting to people to do what I know. Are you good? Yes. Another one that I like is the fact that leadership has got nothing to do with being a pioneer. Absolutely nothing to do with being a pioneer. Just because you got there first doesn't make you a leader. Yes. Unless people are following you. You know what it's like running a race and your purpose is to win. And you get to the end of the line and you want to, hey, I want a high five. Nobody. You're alone. Huh? You're alone. A pioneer. I got there first. So what? Sir Edmund Hillary. We know Sir Edmund Hillary? Mount Everest. Are you with me? Stay with me, please. Please. I'll hold you in detention, I promise you. I can do all things, Moses. Sir Edmund Hillary. It is said that he was the first man to ever summit Everest. They say that. This thing about they is very dangerous because they lie. Number one, I don't know who they are. And number two, nobody or few people except for me challenges what they say. Who are they? Who are they? Yes, yeah, I know. But we believe what they say. No, they say. Sir Edmund Hillary was the first man. He wasn't. He wasn't. The leader of the expedition was John Hunt. So John Hunt had to show Sir Edmund Hillary the way to the top. And they also had the chauffeurs, these people that carry your luggage and what, ne? They've been up that road forever. How can they show you the way unless they haven't been there? So Edmund Hillary had the money. So he would come over from the continent, sponsored by, most probably Virgin Active or something, and say, let's go and do this. But the important thing is, just because you got there first, doesn't make you a leader. Unless you have followers. And many people have tried following Sir Edmund Hillary afterwards. Did it bother you? No. It doesn't. In fact, he wasn't even there to show the way. Leaders take people with them. Leaders do not finish alone. We'll get to that. Are we good? You better be good. It's Friday afternoon. I came a far way. Okay. And this is my favorite. And you're going to love this dog. I know, man, because I know stuff. Leadership is not about a position.
Oh, yes.
Come on now. Huh? It's not about a title.
Yes.
It's not about power. Not about status. I always say, the thing about titles, wait before I say that, you know people, you come to their office, sir, can I see you? No, I'm busy. Don't you see what's written on the door? Do you know who I am? You don't just walk into my office, what's written on that door? You're asking me, clearly you can't read. Anyway, so they also they're so obsessed about this thing called titles. The corner office, the parking in front of the building, all those little things, status. You know what I say? All those things is like the tail at the back of a pig. Follow? You see it there? That little tail. There? It's there. But it's got absolutely nothing to do with the quality of the bacon. But it's there. Position, title, status. Do you know who I am? Take your argument. Ask me. So then having come to understand this thing called leadership is not all of the above and more. Okay? And more. Just mentioned about 5 now. It's not management, it's not pioneership, it's not entrepreneurship, it's not knowledge, and so forth. So then what is it? Big question. Another thing that I've come to learn about academics, I'm not going to apologize for using this example. So they take simple things, they complicate it. They complicate it. Serious, man. They say like, you ask. When I started out many years ago, I facilitated life skills. And I used to kill the teachers with this one. What do they call my educators? Teach them and teach. So they want to be known as educators. What? You cannot do something or give something that you don't have. Because most educators believe that they have arrived, boss. They stopped learning a long time ago. You're a teacher, teach. So this is the thing. And I used to mess them up completely. I used to say, so okay, teacher, they've got this thing called life orientation, boss. Yeah. They tell you stuff. They lie. So this is the thing. I said, so teachers, what is life? You still mess them up. I still do it. We need to be shaken sometimes. Challenge the facts. So I said, what is life? And they go to the whiteboards. Remember, so life is the independent existence of a child. You know, my friend Einstein says, if you cannot explain a concept so that the little child can understand it, chances are that you don't understand it yourself. So shut up. If you don't know, life is the independent time. And I said, okay, now, talk to me now. It's too complicated. That's like varsity stuff and beyond. I need to explain it to my son. Little boy, 10 years old, he called. How do I explain that to them? No, they must get to grade 1.5. So I've worked it down. I've broken it down, and it's simple, Baba. Simple. Life is everything that happens around me. Think about it. Come back and try and complicate it. You can't. It's too simple to be messed up. That's what educators do. They mess up the simple things. But we have come to learn that we need to take the cookies from the top shelf, and put it on the bottom shelf. It's accessible to anybody. Keep it simple, man. So where was I? This definition of leadership. That is simple. Like you said, a big amen. John Maxwell. Leadership has influence. Nothing more, nothing less. Think about it. Think about it. So you ask me, Denzel, and tell me, is my friend Juju, is he a leader as such? I said, yes. And a good one as such. You see, if he has the ability to influence people to a place where they voluntarily move and follow and buy into his vision, you've done it. Where you're leading them to is another story. So you say Adolf Hitler? Of course. Millions. The ability to take them from one ideology to his influence. So your little boy who now wants to be like Papa, is he a leader? Of course. Check him out. He's with his friends and he says, can we go, can we go? And they will come. He didn't have to pay them. He didn't have to drag them. But at that age, his word says come and they come. He has influence. So what's your problem? Try and sit and write thesis on leadership. They take the simple thing and they complicate it. So then what is this treasure? We said we need to know what it is we're looking for, ne? The next question is, so where do we find it? Hey, you can't go and look for good grapes to make good wine at the bottom of the ocean. You can't. So if we're going hunting, we're going excursion, we're going to look for this treasure, where do we go? I wish I had my poet friends up here. I've got a very good friend that says, what's in you in is in you in. Where are we going to go for these treasures? Help me. We're at school. Raise your hand if you know, or if you think you know, like most academics. I'm at varsity, I know stuff. Shut up. I know stuff. Hey, you're there because you don't know stuff. news for you. Look no further. Find a mirror. You'll find the treasure. It's in you. My friend Les Brown says, you have greatness within you. You know, when I stopped practicing law, after working as an analyst programmer for years, I went to do this thing. And once I realized that I'm doing what I love doing, what I was designed to do, I stood one day and I said, I'm born for this. Huh? So once you get there, you know it's in you all the time. Guys, you are born leaders. I'm going to say that again. You are born leaders. Another stupid question that the academics ask. Sir, are leaders born or are they made? I still need to see a leader who has not been born. But they ask it in forums like this. They do. In the corporate world, they raise your hand during the Q&A. Sir, the one that I've been bothered for years has been bothering me. Are leaders born or This is the story. This is the story. We are all born with the potential to lead. We have been created with everything within us that will equip us to take us there, doing what we're supposed to do. It's in you. It's called qualities or characteristics that we all have. All, and there's about 20 odd or more. Commitment, self-discipline, and so forth and so on. You know it, wasn't it? Those are the things. But what we do, we choose to nurture some and neglect the others. So where your passion is, that's where you expend your resources, wasn't it? So now that we know that leadership is influence, I want to put it to you. Now that's the attorney in me, I'm putting it to you now. I want to put it to you that there are a few factors of leadership. And everybody has it. We choose to leave it underdeveloped. Underdeveloped. We were talking the other day, we spoke about job interviews, etc., etc. And people were saying, hey Baba, I need you to take the CV and submit it because you've got connections, Mos. There's a big word for it. Nepotism, Mos, no? We call it connections. Don't complicate things, man. Connections. You know someone. I need to know. It's a connection. You connected. Nepo what? Okay. So I say, okay, I can take the CV, but it's useless. Because the CV will get you into the door, get you the job, but your character will keep you there.
Yes. Yeah.
True, ne?
Yeah.